Hey Irina, how are you? I love that you're working together with your husband. I think this is such a great plan. Okay, let's have a look at your next essays. And your speaking, I will get back to you later today if I can, otherwise tomorrow. As like priority tomorrow, okay? Hopefully later today. So you recently bought a new computer for your flat but it did not work. You phoned the shop, no action was taken. Okay, so you've got a letter of complaint, basically. Absolutely perfect on the greetings there, well done. I'm writing to express my dissatisfaction with the MacBook Pro, which I ordered last week. Okay. When the screen was delivered to my apartment, I opened the box and realised it. Now, when the purchase was delivered, the screen had a huge crack. Apparently the laptop had been dropped while being shipped. As long as this computer... not as long as... as long as it can't be used, I'll use my husband's, okay? But here you want because. And I wouldn't start a sentence with because we just kind of don't. So start with as. As this computer cannot be used, or obviously cannot be used, I phoned the store to report the problem. We don't report about, we just report the problem. To my astonishment, your shop assistant might tell me that to have a refund, I had to show evidence the computer had been broken before I had it. Whoa! I must complain that Mike was not client-oriented and spoke to me rather rudely. Absolutely. We're not client-oriented. Maybe Mike obviously lacked in customer service. Or lacked customer service skills. But we can lack in that and spoke to me rather rudely, yes. When he abruptly hung up, now drove me up the wall too casual, sorry. I know some people like idioms. I'm a bit careful about idioms. I think we speak them, I don't think we write them. When he abruptly, be careful. When he abruptly hung up, that's okay. I mean, informal, hung up, I was stunned. So that's more like I would write. When he abruptly hung up, I was stunned. Yeah? Incredibly surprised. I honestly believe this is a loyal customer. I have a legal right to return the broken item and get a full refund. Absolutely. Please get in. Don't need a comma there. Please get in touch with me as soon as possible. As well. So here I put additionally, I would strongly recommend you consider Mike's dismissal. Absolutely right. Yes. Yeah, you consider, yes, absolutely. Or at the very least, retrain him. Absolutely. Very good. Well done. It's a good letter. Very good. They're kind of quite fun to write, some of these letters, aren't they? But that's lovely. You know what you're doing. And just a little full stop there. But you're absolutely fine on that one. Yes, word count. Yeah, I mean, you could kind of write more and more, but don't. Focus on the task too. Okay. So many governments spend large amounts of money on art. This is interesting, which helps develop quality. However, governments should spend money on other things. Do you agree or disagree? So 2 statements, and then you have to discuss it, whatever, and your opinion. Financiers throughout both development and good have debated if art is worth investing in, or budgets should be, so really nice start, financiers, I love that, so should be allocated. Have to is very strong, should be would be more appropriate here because it's a discussion. Allocated on more basic needs, so allocated to, and I go the more basic needs of a country, so we allocate something to something. These dependent prepositions are tricky but really important. Personally, I strongly agree that artwork improves the life of citizens in different aspects. Okay, I want to know why. Just go maybe including mental health. Give me something to take me forward. I need to be moving forward, not thinking what is coming. Both views, okay, good, nice. Especially if you're going to use this sentence, discuss both views, because you're not telling me really too much what they are. You need to give me an indication here. So use the introduction to really introduce things. It's evident that developing countries have a lot of unresolved issues relating or related to is okay. Yep. Education, the medical system, or their medical system, and the environment. So specific points you're making here. But some of them spend. Now, expend, we wouldn't use that. You could use extend, which would be interesting, which is like pushing it further. Extend their budgets on minor areas like art. Okay. Before your example here, I need you to develop that. It's a very big statement, and I need a bit more here. Because you're being quite a critical comment. Like art, so this is often perceived to be of benefit to residents in order to educate, relax, or distract them from their daily lives. So why do they spend the money on art? Because. So this development line is the most important for me in the whole of these essays. Then get into your example. Russia spent 3 billion euros on restitution, which has been lost. Yeah. Thousands of private campuses were taken and scattered all over the world. Though these pennies are worth being returned, the Russian government does not have a bloated budget and has to consider. Okay, very interesting, very personal example. Okay, so you're saying that it should not happen. So you do need this sentence here because you're suggesting that the Middle East, they can afford to do that, but in Russia, you shouldn't be doing that. Does not have bloated, and should consider spending money on social problems first of all. Okay, good point. Now, I'm apolitical, obviously, but be careful in these IELTS essays because a bloated budget is a very critical comment and you don't want to come across as political. You should be neutral in it. Probably just a choice of word. So, does not have, you could say the luxury of, or the luxury of a large state budget. You don't need to put the Middle East, I don't think. Does not have the luxury of a large state budget and should consider. Yeah. If you want to put like some countries, you don't have to. Okay. If you want to put the Middle East specifically, you can, but be careful if this word bloated is very, very critical. So just be aware. If you know that, that's fine, but just be a little bit aware. Interesting paragraph. You need that, I think, to link it all together. However, the importance of art for society cannot be overstated. Good. So that links back to the comment that we've made up here. Not only may it unite people, interesting, but also create a tourist influx. Good. Therefore, increasing cash flow and providing job opportunities. Very nice. The Louvre, 10 million visitors per year, 2/3 travel to France. Yeah. This worldwide famous, actually, you can't have worldwide known, it's worldwide famous. This world famous, here we go, sorry. This world famous portrait has not only become the reason, but also the main tourist, the main tourist attractions in Paris, which provides jobs. Very nice. Good, interesting point. I love your that's a lovely, lovely example. You obviously know a lot of what you're talking about, okay? Really interesting. I assume governments, I believe, yeah? I believe, I know it's not very exciting, but it is correct, that governments of developing countries should spend more money mostly on their basic needs, while the developed countries might fund art products as well. Good. Most basic needs. And then let's add a bit more prioritising education and health, especially now. Okay. I think you've made a very good distinction there between the two different types of government. I think you made some really intelligent arguments. Excellent. Just watch out on articles. This is something that is very difficult, I know, in English, because it's very different from Russian. Just make sure you're super happy on that. Otherwise, really happy. Let's think about the grammar. Let's think about mixing up the tenses. You haven't got, I think there's a bonus essay maybe that you can do. Try and grab it. And just think about the varying up the tenses so that you're not using too much present tense all the way through. Okay, you've got some past tense in there, you've got the passive in there, which is lovely. Think about maybe conditional, something like that. Otherwise, you're writing really beautifully, and thank you. Super well done.